First off, I have to start from the point that killings affect everyone, both Muslims and Christians. Although there might have been targeted killings of Christians, especially when it comes to the Middle Belt area. We're talking of Benue, Kaduna. You're talking of Plateau. Because those areas, some of these areas, like in southern Kaduna, are mostly dominated by Christians and all of that. So, but looking at the whole picture, I want to say this. We should not try and divide the killings. And I don't want us to look at it that Christians are more important than Muslims, or Muslims are more important than Christians. We should look at it from the point of view that killings are ongoing in Nigeria. And anytime we're on this show, we always speak about the killings, how bandits will go and clear a community and destroy lives and property. So the killings is not a religious kind of thing. But now what I will also prove is that the leaders, especially northern elders and northern leaders too, they've been complicit in a way. Because sometimes I look, what are you doing? The leaders in the north, whether it has to do with Benue, whether it has to do with Kaduna, whether the governors there, we were talking about the time when the governor said everybody should for himself. And I said Niger State governor. And I tried to say, okay, maybe he's not the chief security officer. But if you look at it, some of these people, they will go to a place, kill a lot of people. You won't hear any outcry from maybe it's as if everybody is okay with it. Why are we hearing outcry now? Because the US president has spoken and he's saying that if we don't the US president did not even say that he will attack Nigeria. He said if has to do with probability. If the security situation is not tackled, he said he will bring his soldiers here. And people are complaining that Nigeria is a sovereign state where when your leaders don't care about you, people will have to run out there. People will have to run out there. How many are there not? The people that say that Nigeria is a sovereign state, give them visa to USA now. They will go. They will go immediately. They are tired. I'm not saying that the US should come and this is a call on our leaders. Our leaders need to solve Nigeria. The killings are too much. They need to solve the issue. If not because of US president saying this thing now, nobody will raise a finger to do anything. But now we are all running helter-skelter. Some people are saying it's for they want to come and steal our resources. The resources that you have, what has it benefited you? Has it benefited us in any way? We are still talking of doctors going on strike. We are still talking of education being bad. So the resources that you say they are coming to steal, have they used it to better your life? Have they used it to better Nigeria's life? So because the US president just gave two statements, and now we are running helter-skelter. We have politicized it. Northerners are saying no, there is no genocide. Christians are saying yes, there is genocide. Instead of us to come as unified entity and say, look, killings are ongoing. How do we tackle and solve these killings? Whether they be Muslims or Christians. I'm a Christian, but I know there are Muslims that are being killed. When I hear Zamfara, Katsina, I know there are Muslims being killed. But we need to call our leaders and let them know, especially leaders of the North. I will always say it. You need to stand up and challenge this band. You can't be having, and because these bandits come up from your people, you need to see because are you not tired of these killings? Are you not tired? You need to find a way to solve it and not just casting blame and saying, oh, there's no genocide in this thing. They are killing everybody. It's like some people are even happy to be making that statement. Oh, it's Muslims and Christians that are being killed. Why I'm passionate about this is because I'm passionate about human lives. Especially when it comes to Nigerian lives, you can't be having bandits, you are negotiating with bandits, people cannot travel on the road again because you have, and let me tell you, let me tell you one way we can solve this issue so that it will not just be that we are making noise. Number one, movement of cattle up and down, this cattle, it should stop. They should build ranches for them, let them stay. Nobody should be allowed to move cattle up and down and be saying you are doing. We are living in the 21st century. This is 2025. Why can't you build your cattle? Is it a must that you move around? Those are the issues. And when you meet some persons, they will tell you it's their tradition that they have been grazing roots since 1900. You are still talking of grazing roots in 2025. So that's one way to solve some of these issues, because some of these issues is herders-farmers clashes. that makes for communities to be destroyed. Stop that movement of cattle up and down. Ranches should be built, reservoirs. I'll just leave that for now so that I don't take much of our time just talking on one headline.
Okay, I would give a statement from the constitutional lawyer, Professor Sage. He says that he describes that statement of Trump as an act of aggression under the international law, stressing that no foreign power can enter Nigeria without government consent. Now, we know that Nigeria is a sovereign country. Because we've been having so many comments from Trump when it comes to Nigeria. We will do this, we will do that, we will do this. How possible it is it, sorry. And we've also seen the act created by one of the senators outside the country, and he's how effective is that act in Nigeria? Being that, of course, it's not in our constitution. It's not like it was embedded in. And is it possible for them to actually come in even without the permission of the government?
The truth is that constitutionally, under international law, no country should just invade another country, or you should just come into another country and say without the permission of that country. But countries go to war. You understand? Russia attacking Ukraine is against international law. Israel saying they want to do some of the things they've done against the Palestinians is against international law. Like I always say, for example, now, it's against international law, definitely. You understand? But a situation will come, and I always say this, law is man-made. You understand? It's not, law didn't make man. It's man that made law. At some point, some people will negate the laws of your country and say, especially when it has to do with their, for example, I believe the US has interest in Nigeria. That's why maybe interest in our mineral resources. It could be anything, because the US won't just there are killings everywhere as well. The US won't just wake up one day and say they want to start talking about Nigeria. They must have heard some things about Nigeria that they are interested in, and they want to come do that. Yes. So international law, yes, they'll be breaking international law by doing this. But the truth is, can we stand against USA? Nigeria, can we stand? Is our army, if USA says they want to bomb... Are you saying
that this can cause a riot?
In Nigeria, like within us and USA or this thing. The thing is, if there is to be war between Nigeria and USA, there's no this thing. So we are saying USA should not get involved in our this thing. But when you want to borrow money, you want to them. You understand? If I'm borrowing, the thing is, see, you have, before you can stand in the international sphere and talk, you must. Can USA threaten China to invade China? They can't. USA cannot threaten some countries. Can USA just threaten Russia? No. There are some European countries USA cannot just threaten. You understand? They can threaten you with maybe tariffs and all of that. You too, you do your. But Nigeria, as it stands, we are too weak. We are weak in the international community. We are weak domestically. We are weak. We are not even united, even domestically. How do you want to stand against USA? If USA, God forbid, and I know they won't do that. Trump is a person that he makes a lot of rhetoric, and people must understand Trump. It can be very hyperbolic at times. Throws a lot of hyperbole and does a lot of this thing. That doesn't mean he will attack. But let's say, God forbid, B-2 bombers, USA, they fly their bombers and they start bombing Nigeria. Who will stand again? Do we have armed forces? Do we have defense systems that can shoot down their planes? No. They will do what they want to do and go. How many times have USA come to rescue their citizens from Nigeria? Not too long ago, they rescued one of their missionaries from Nigeria. Nigerian government didn't even know until they announced it from USA part. So the truth is, it's against international law. But if USA does it, who will stand against them? Can you stand against them in the UN? You don't have that power. So let's sort out our issues. That's what I'm saying. Sort out your issues. Deal with this insecurity. Not just insecurity, no, insecurity across all of Nigeria. Those that are complicit, let them be dealt with. You understand? Once you deal with this situation, look at what is if you read what he said now disgraced nation. He called Nigeria a disgraced nation. And when I looked at it, I was very sad, because it's the truth. In the international community, we are nowhere to be found. Nigeria is, people, when I saw our vice president speaking in the UN General Assembly, nobody was listening to him. You understand? Everybody was eventually empty. We need to get leadership right in this country. Once leadership is right, I mean, we are talking about persons of interest not too long ago. And Nigerians are brilliant, innovative people. You need to look at all when we go outside there, US, UK. We are trailblazers. We do a lot of good things. You understand?
Yes.
But because of the inept leadership that we have across all sectors, that's why you are seeing them embarrassing us like this, talking about us as disgraced nation. I mean, this is what we should look at. So, yeah.
But we're hoping that the security